When you're walking up there, 15 for 2, what was going through your mind?
Try and build a partnership with Ruti. Well, originally, who was I batting with? Was it Ruti? 15 for 2, yeah. Yeah, try and build a partnership with Ruti. Yeah, look, it was obviously a tricky start for us, but pleased to get a partnership with him and try and get through those tricky periods, get their bowlers coming back for second and third spells, and ended the day in a reasonably good position.
Yeah, I mean, how's the body feeling? You took a few claws from Pat Cummins there.
Yeah, body's all right, head's okay. A few grazes, but yeah, no, I'm good.
And half century there. Did you feel like you were playing for your Test future at all?
Well, I wasn't really thinking about it like that. No, I think as a top order batter playing for England in an Ashes series, you're always under pressure to score runs, and I understand that. I've got a couple of starts this series and haven't been able to capitalise. And as nice as it was to get a few more today, it would have been nice to end the day with Ruti at the end. But in saying that, I still think we're in a very good position, and there's a lot of belief in that change room and excitement about the day's play tomorrow.
Dan and then we'll do Ian. And Chris.
Joe, you obviously had a bit of soul searching to do, I suppose, collectively after the first innings. But is the way that Marnus has played in the 3 innings since he's come into the series set a bit of a template for both sides, sort of sticking it out on the pitches that you've got?
Yeah, look, I think Marnus has come in and done a pretty good job for the Australian team. He's rode his luck at times, but like you say, he showed a lot of character and in tricky situations and played well for his team. And us as a team, it's about as well getting through those tricky periods. Obviously, against a very good bowling attack, there's going to be sort of ebbs and flows in the way the game's going, and today was no different. We had to battle hard for those runs, especially early on, and show a bit of grit.
Can you talk about the collective resolve to produce something better, having been bowled out for 67 in the first innings?
So have we spoken about?
What was the sort of the kind of resolve in the dressing room? There's talk in the dressing room to do better, having been bowled for 67.
Look, it's never ideal when you get bowled out for 67, and we understand as a batting unit it wasn't good enough, and we had to show a bit of fight, a bit of character in this second innings, and make them Aussie bowlers work hard for their wickets, getting them coming back for them second, third spells, and they've only got 3 seamers, so that's an important thing to do, I think, as a batting unit. If you can get through those tricky periods and make them come back for those second and third spells, it's going to get a bit easier, and hopefully they won't be able to run in all day.
And you said there's a lot of belief in the dressing room, so you think win is very much on the cards.
Absolutely, yeah. We went in today. It was never about getting a draw or losing the Test match. It's all about winning, and that belief has to be there. And to be in the position we're in now, there's a lot of excitement in the dressing room. Not getting too far ahead of ourselves, but we understand that it's going to be a tricky period in the morning. The new ball's coming up, but we've got Ruti in and Stokesy, 2 world-class batters, and if we get through that, we'll be in a great position.
Ian, just pass the mic on to Ian across the aisle. Thank Chris.
How hard was that batting today against that attack, and given the pressure and what's on the line? Is that as good as bowling as you faced?
Yeah, I think so. It's it was tough. They made you work hard for every single run, and they're obviously very aggressive as well with the way they bowled. I'd say it's probably some of the hardest batting I've had to do, and in terms of getting runs, had to really earn the right.
Pass the mic to Chris, and I'll do Sam behind.
Joe, you've got a lot of guys in that dressing room who have already pulled off something miraculous this summer in that World Cup final against New Zealand. I just wondered, as a collective, how much that experience kind of has instilled you with the belief that you can do something again miraculous here.
I wasn't part of that World Cup winning side, but I think with the team we have, we can win games from any position, I believe. We've got some very dangerous players, very experienced players as well. And, I'm very excited about the day's play tomorrow. And as I said, most of the team are, or all the team are as well.
Sam, and then we'll do Rob, and then we'll finish with Stefan.
Joe, I think you said post game that it was really important to sort of quiet the Aussie bowlers, and they might have been a bit chirpy. Sort of, how much harder is it to face them when they are up and about in your face, and sort of who was speaking the most out there?
The bowlers weren't too bad actually in terms of chirping or saying too much. I think obviously when you lose early wickets or lose wickets consistently, they get the tails up and they find that extra bit of energy, and that's probably the trickiest period is getting through that, starting your innings. But yeah, they're always quite chirpy, I suppose, or have a bit to say when you're losing wickets consistently. But if you can get through those periods, it goes a bit quieter, and we certainly found that today with the partnership myself and Joe put on. We felt we was getting on top of them, so it's going to be important that we try and do that tomorrow as well.
Rob, and then we'll finish with Stefan at the back. Max.
You mentioned the belief. How much of that is the pitch, I suppose, and also just Joe Root, I suppose, anything that he said, or just how he played today? How much belief does that build? Yeah,
I think any time Joe Root's scoring runs, it puts belief in the side, and we feed off that, and as a captain as well. In terms of the pitch, I think it's a pretty good pitch for batting on at the minute. It's not taking too much turn, and I think it won't deteriorate too much overnight. So hopefully we can get ourselves in again and be all right for batting on.
Stefan, last one.
Joe, a lot of England supporters will be wondering how you can be bowled out for 67 one day, then be so vastly improved 24 hours later. What would you say to them?
I don't know. I think sometimes you get on a bit of a run against a very good bowling attack. But, we understand their disappointment, and we were obviously very disappointed with that performance. And we've spoken about that, about showing the character and I suppose having that fight to, whatever the Aussies set us, there's still a lot of time in this game left, and we have to believe that we can win. And that's just the attitude we have to go in with. We have the players in the dressing room to chase these runs down, so